Hello, once again. My name is Dennis Karstens, and I like to do these videos, put them out there because I'm kind of a rational thinker, especially when it comes to voting. I don't vote with my feelings. I don't vote with my feelings. I'm not a selfish voter. I don't look at these politicians and think, what is this guy going to do for me? Because the answer is always nothing. They're not going to do anything for you personally, okay? And I'm not an emotional voter. I don't vote with my feelings. I think about the issues and the candidates, and I vote with my head, not my feelings. What I hear constantly from people why they don't want to vote for Trump is because, well, I just don't like him. He's kind of mean. So what? You're not going to invite him for dinner. The only thing that really matters is can he do the job? He did a pretty good job first time around. Joe Biden has done a terrible job. Think about these things. Anyway, like I said, I'm worried. I'm worried about the legitimacy of the upcoming election because one party wants to make the elections as legitimate as they possibly can, and the other party doesn't. The Democrats are the ones that want to have all kinds of weird things, this mail-in voting, this voting harvesting, these boxes they put out that they stuff ballots into. All that stuff has to go. The only way we're going to have legitimate votes and elections is with same-day voting with an ID in person. That's it. Otherwise, these things are a mess. Now think about this. In 2020, it was a mess. I don't care what anybody says. At the very least, we had hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of mail-in votes, mail-in ballots that we don't have the slightest idea where these things came from. Who signed them, who filled them out, who mailed them in, who picked them up, how they got to where they're going, boxes showing up in the middle of the night, doors getting locked and no one being able to watch the counting. The hell is that all about? Same day with an ID, that's it. And here's the thing, folks. There are tens of millions of citizens in this country who believe that the last election was fraudulent. And our government does nothing about this. They don't care that there are millions and millions and millions of people who don't trust our elections. Now, something's got to be done about this. And like I said, the only thing you're going to be able to do is same day voting with an ID. You need an ID for just about everything. Well, anyway, another thing, I saw a Democrat on TV once talking about this, and he said, well, you need to do these things, the early voting and the mail in voting, if you're trying to get as many people as possible to vote. And I thought about that and I thought, why are we trying to get as many people to vote as possible? This is for adults. If an adult can't take a little time and effort to vote, then stay home. Who cares? You shouldn't be voting anyway if that's all you can do. What we need are responsible people. If you can't take a few minutes to find out what the candidates stand for, what the issues are, what's going on here, then by all means stay home. Okay? Let the people who do take it seriously vote. And there are serious people on both sides, Democrats and Republicans. It's these, what they call low information voters. 80%, let's be honest, 80% of which are Democrat voters because they got it in their heads, the old lie that Democrats are looking out for them. That's why Democrats want this. But if you, like I said, if you can't do that, then stay home. Let the people who are doing it seriously, let them decide it. My voting, I am not a selfish voter. I don't look at candidates and I don't think, wow, what can this guy do for me? Because the answer to that is nothing. They're not going to do anything for you personally. That's not their job. And I don't look at these candidates and think, well, is he a Democrat or a Republican? I have voted for both Democrats and Republicans over the years. It'll probably, the way the Democrat Party has walked away from ordinary people, especially the middle class, it'll probably be a cold day in hell before I vote for a Democrat again. But I have in the past, and they need a good ass kicking, which I hope they get this fall. And then maybe some of the grown-ups in that party will take things over and tell people like Ocasio-Cortez to shut her mouth and go home, go back to bartending. I also don't vote with my feelings. I vote with my head. I hear people all the time tell me, they'll ask me, are you going to vote for Trump? And I'll say, yeah, because I can't vote for the dead guy. And they look at me like, what are you talking about? They don't know how impaired Joe Biden is. And they'll look at me and say, well, I can't vote for Trump. I just don't like Trump. He's very mean. He's not nice. We're not electing the nicest boy in junior high. We're trying to elect the president of the United States. This is a serious job. Now, the debate the other night, I wasn't the least bit surprised at Biden's performance. I expected that. Here's the deal. They pump drugs in this guy to hold him up to read a speech from a teleprompter. He'll practice the speech 2 or 3 times, so he's got it. They'll pump him full of probably amphetamines or whatever it is that they need to keep him going. And then he'll read the speech off the teleprompter and do okay. I knew he wasn't going to be able to do that. They pumped him full of drugs to keep him on his feet for 90 minutes, but the drugs won't help him think and talk at the same time. And that was pretty obvious. And what really annoys me are the media people. They're all surprised. I'm surprised. I didn't know. Of course they knew. They've been lying to you and covering this up for years. The Democrats in Congress, the Democrats in the White House, even some Republicans who don't like Trump, they knew what this guy was like. They don't care. He'll do what he's told. They put something in front of him and say, there you are, Joe, sign this. And he signs it. I bet at least half of those executive orders he has done, he doesn't have the slightest idea what they are. So anyway, I gotta go. Phone's ringing, annoying. I should have left it upstairs. Have a great day. Oh, one last thing. Look, and I'm gonna say this a lot. Think with your head and not your feelings. I don't care about your feelings. Who cares? Oh, I believe. I don't think. No, think. Use your head. It works for most people. Probably works for you if you're listening to me. Should be. Anyway, have a great day. Thanks again. Bye now. Next time.